This is Judy Jackson with Central Florida Gardening, where we focus on growing vegetables, fruits, and herbs in Central Florida's Twilight Zone 9. We've been getting lots of questions over at Central Florida Gardening about why do I have so many blossoms on my squash plants or melon plants, but they fall off and I have no fruit. Well, there's a couple of reasons for this. But the main reason revolves around the fact that melons and squash and cucumbers are in a class of plants called cucurbits, and they have gender. They have male flowers and they have female flowers. And they tend to produce male flowers for a while before they start producing female flowers. It's easy to tell the flowers apart. The male flower has the flower and a straight stem, but the female flower has the flower, and at the base of it is a little bitty miniature baby fruit. It's also easy to tell the flowers apart if you look into the center of them. The male flowers have a anther that is just loaded with pollen. It's usually an intense yellow, it's powdery or grainy, easy to see because they're big on your squash plants. The female flower looks very different. It's larger in the center, fuzzy, plump, and multi-lobed. Now, to get fruit, squashes, melons, whatever, the male parts and the female parts of the different flowers have to come together. Now, this occurs naturally, has for thousands and thousands of years, but if we help them along a little bit in our gardens by assisting in the pollination, you're going to get more fruits, and you're going to get fruit that's plumper and better filled out. Now, you can do this with a little paintbrush, but that can get very tedious. I found this way works very well and is very easy. You find a male flower that's got a lot of pollen, peel the petals back to make a little handle, and then you go and you find a female flower that's open and ready for action. You take the tip of the male flower where all the pollen is, touch it to the center of the female flower, and then you take it and lay the sides of that anther to the side of the female parts and just rim around, depositing the pollen a time or two around the outside of the female parts of the flower. And that's it. Sit back and wait for the fruit. You have more questions? You want to learn more about gardening in Central Florida Zone 9? Yeah, I know you do. So head on over to centralfloridagardening.com and sign up for our weekly newsletter. It comes out every Friday and is loaded with lots of information. See you next Friday in the newsletter.